What up? What up? What up? Yes, yes, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your man A Major once again. Um, New subscribers, welcome. God bless. For all those who are already subscribed, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all know what this is. This is the Behind the Beats episode 27. Yes, it's another beat making video, and as I told you guys before in the last episode, I will be changing up the style a little bit this time, just talking you guys through it instead of just having all the texts written in the videos showing you the breakdown of these beats. All right, so today we are going to look at a beat that I've shown you guys already through both a beat making sketch, which is in the I Am Schizo playlist if you guys have been following that, and also a snippet of an upcoming single that I have over this beat. You guys have seen it, I'm sure, recently if you paid attention. It's called the Pharrell and Kanye type beat. So that's what I really labeled this beat, because at the time when I was making it, what inspired me to make this beat, what inspired me to create a sound like that, was the song that Pharrell did with Kanye, and it's from Pharrell's debut album, his first album. It's called Number One. That was the name of the song. So if you guys know that single, you know that song was an inspiration for me making this kind of sound, this kind of groove. And I mean, that's usually a part of my process to making beats. It's like I would naturally or randomly think of certain songs, and they would just inspire a certain beat for me to make. So let's get into it. I'm just gonna give you guys a brief listen first, just to remind you and refresh you guys on what this beat sounds like. So here it goes. Bingo. All right, so I'm sure you guys remember that I did release a snippet of a song that I got coming up that I'm going to release sometime in the future when you guys deserve it. I did release a snippet of it with some chorus vocals that I recorded. So if you guys saw that, you saw the little sketch that I made out of it. It's a new type of content, new content ideas, new content styles that I'm coming with to, really show the people what I got coming in the big shit. All right, so let's get into the breakdown of this beat now. So we're just going to start off with the drums. So once again, just like the last episode you guys saw with the making of the Damian Marley type beat, I did use the Octorex loop players. Once again, I used 5 of them. So I used that for the drums here. I'm just going to play the drum loop, which once again, I didn't play it by MIDI. It was a preset that I found within the Octorex loop player. So here's how the drum loop sounds. Let me start that over. All right, so the name of that drum loop is like a club dancey type of drum loop. The particular, Octorex loop player, it has all these unique names for some of these presets. So the name of this drum loop is CLB 50 Pitch Beat 110 TSB. So I'm assuming the CLB stands for club. So it's like a club type of groove. If you listen to it, it kind of sounds like that, So it's really groovy, really dancey. Fun. Now the reverb that I applied to this drum loop was the AMB Studio Reverb. I always use that reverb. I use it for the most part for the drums. So it's from the RV7000 Advanced Reverb Effect device shown here in purple. So yeah, now I did also add 4 layers of percussion, which were played by MIDI. So once again, I use the keyboard to trigger these sounds. So here is how the 4 layers of percussion sound over top. All right, so some of the 4 layers of percussion that I used for this one was I have, like, if you guys noticed, there's a panting sound that I used, which is triggered in the chorus. So you'll hear that. It has like a panting effect. There's also another percussion I use, which is like a cowbell, but under here, I think that's the one that's categorized as P Funk 1, shown here. I also got some congas in there and also a percussion instrument called the G.O.O.D. So those are some of the percussion instruments I used in the breakbeat or the skeleton of the beat. Fantastic. Now let's get into the melodies laid over top. So now that I took you guys through the skeleton, let's get into the muscles and tissues. All right, so first things first, we're going to start off with showing the piano. So it's in the key of C minor. Also, by the way, the last episode that I did for the Behind the Beat series, the making of the Damian Marley video, just in case if I didn't tell you guys the key that one was in, it was in the key of D minor. I just I realized that the other day after I completed it, uploaded it, and I watched it back, I think I noticed that I forgot to tell you guys the key. So check that. It's in the key of D minor. So I'll be sure to always tell you what key these beats are in each time I make videos of them. So anyways, here is how the piano goes with this beat. All right, so that one was played through MIDI, played that on my keyboard. Now the reverb I applied to that one was the All Apollo reverb from the RV7000 advanced reverb shown here. So in other words, it sounds like it's played in the Apollo Theater. If you ever been to that venue or something similar, it will sound like, it's in a big hall sounding like venue. So the piano is from the NN19 digital sampler, and it's a grand piano that I chose. So yes, now I'm going to show you guys the more ethereal, airy part of the beat, which is the pads, or which are the pads. So I used the Maelstrom grain table synthesizer, and these are how the pads sound. All right, so the name of the pads that I used for this is called Seagulls. So if you guys really listen to it closely, you kind of hear like little little sounds in there like seagulls. Like if you ever hear the sounds that a seagull would make, you can kind of hear it within the pads. So I think it's pretty genius that, the way they made it sound. They kind of combined like a synthesizer with the sound of like a seagull or similar to. So that is the pads, which is key. It's cued in the chorus. So I structured it to be cued in the chorus. Now we're gonna get into the bass line, which you won't be able to hear. But wait, let me go back a little bit. The reverb that I applied to the pads is the All Treetops reverb. So I found that pretty cool. I guess if you ever tried being outside around trees and you ever hear what you know when you're outside and you hear the wind and how it blows, it's like, and the treetops, you can hear the trees being blown by the wind. So the sound that makes is similar to this right here, the reverb. So I found that pretty cool too. All right, so now on to the bass line. It's an R&B bass I used from the Subtractor polyphonic synthesizer. And the reverb that I applied to that was the A&B Studio reverb. Also for the pads, sorry, I used the spreader modulation effect. So once again, the spreader is like, it has like a stereo effect. It sounds very surround. If you were to put headphones on, you can hear the width of the sound is very wide. So it gives you that stereo effect. And I also applied the same modulation to the bass line. Now, last but not least, I'm going to show you guys the guitar that I used, which is usually cued in the chorus. So here's how the guitar sounds. All right, so that was kind of like a sitar, but here it's called the dulciet decorum. So the reverb I applied to this sitar sounding instrument was the, once again, the All Apollo reverb, which I also applied to the piano, the grand piano. So that basically sums up the beat, the Pharrell and Kanye West type beat. That's what I named it. So once again, I hope you guys found this pretty informative, pretty interesting, pretty cool, and inspirational. Yeah, and look out for the upcoming song that I got for this beat. So thank you guys for tuning in. Keep following the playlist for the Behind the Beats playlist, and also the I Am Schizo playlist, where all the sketches and, you know, stuff will be. And I will see y'all next video. Thank you for tuning in. Much love. Do not forget to subscribe if you are a new visitor checking out the channel. If you like the content, y'all know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. So until next time, peeps, peace. Yeah, y'all know what to do now.